Hey everybody, it's SoCal Mike of GameGavel and Retro Gaming Roundup. How's everybody doing? Hey, today we did our top 10 favorite Sega Dreamcast games that we recorded for our June episode of the RetroGamingRoundup.com podcast. And you know what? I haven't had my Dreamcast out in probably 2 to 3 years. It's just been in a box, kind of in my collection. And I've had a prime time to pull it out. Obviously, we were talking about it today, so I was just totally jonesing for getting the Dreamcast back out, turned back on. I couldn't even remember what games I had, so I had to go back and figure out what games I had and everything else. And like I said, it was a prime time to bring the Dreamcast up to the living room up here because one of my current generation systems took a big shit on me. Now, I've still got my PS3 here, which, to be honest, guys, is just hanging by a thread only because I can play Blu-rays in it. I keep wanting to sell it, and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta keep it. I gotta play my Blu-rays in it. So it's kind of got me by the balls. But my Wii, which I loved dearly, did crap out on me. It stopped loading discs. I could still play all the games that I downloaded to it, and I had probably 20 to 30 games on that. But I just never really played those much. And so I finally took the Wii down today and hooked back up the venerable Sega Dreamcast. Now, this is probably the last system in my mind that really had soul. It was the last true gaming machine, I think. I haven't touched this. It was boxed in my collection forever. I pulled it out, and I just noticed how heavy this thing was for its size. And this thing was just a streamlined, wonderful gaming machine. I mean, you had 4 ports right off the top. There was just an amazing collection of games. I mean, we just discussed our top 10 favorite games, which were by no means the top 10 best games for it, I don't think. But they were just games that we all loved. And we all had honorable mentions just up the ass. I mean, I probably had 20 games that were honorable mentions for my favorites. It was hard to narrow it down to just 10 between the 3 of us. And one of my picks, which got voted out, as you all know, we all picked 4. So that's a total of 12, and so that means 2 of them we have to debate on, and 2 of them get ultimately voted out, so we only have 10 left. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on one of the games here that was in my top 10. It's probably my favorite puzzle game on the Sega Dreamcast, and we'll see what you guys think of this. I don't know if you guys loved this game or loathed and hated this game or what, but this game probably was responsible for taking up most of the time that I spent playing a game. Now you can see it's pulling up the official Sega Dreamcast magazine starting page, so that's going to tell you right off the bat probably what game I'm going to be picking. There was one particular game that came out on one of these discs. Now you remember these discs had game demos. As you see here, it had the Dreamcast network browser built onto it. But this game right here, guys, Sega Swirl, was certainly one of my favorite top 10 Sega Dreamcast games. This is a game that my wife and I just played for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I can't tell you how much time we spent playing this game. And what was really cool about it is I plugged in my VMUs today because I didn't remember if I had my save games on here or what. I was really hoping, like, for example, Skies of Arcadia, one of my top 3 or 4 games for the system. I was about halfway through it, I think, when I finally took it all down and didn't play it anymore. So I was hoping and swearing to God that I had the Skies of Arcadia saved game on my VMU, and sure as shit, it was on there. Thank God. The other thing that was on there was all of our high scores from like 2002 or 2003, 2004 on Sega Swirl. So it was just phenomenal to see that our high scores are still intact. I've got both my VMUs plugged into this thing. They're still both working great. What a great controller. You know what? I think didn't really like this controller at first, but after I've been kind of playing with some of the modern day and current generation controllers, I go back to this and it just feels great. I mean, you got the hand grips on there, the trigger buttons, analog stick, directional, your normal your keys, your start button. I mean, this is a functional and I think a very well built controller. I'm just waiting for this to load up, guys. But I mean, it was just ingenious the way that it had the interchangeable VMUs. I just think that a lot more could have been done with these. I didn't think that they were really used to their full potential. But what a cool, revolutionary idea that was. I mean, the Dreamcast was just awesome. And, you know, our show is called Retro Gaming Roundup, so, you know, we always had the debate of what is retro. I'm still waiting for it to load. I don't know why this is taking so long to load. But, you know, one of our hosts, Scott, he said if it's a system that I bought for my child, it's not retro. But, I mean, this one, he ended up bought one for his child, and he bought one for himself. This system kind of was right in the middle of the old gen. It was just sort of hanging by a thread, classic gaming and kind of, you know, Nintendo, Atari, Sega. It was still of that vein of gaming before kind of Sony and Microsoft kind of came in and you know, kind of sucked the life out of gaming to some, you know, it made it a little more corporate. I know that kind of sounds stupid because obviously Sega and Nintendo were very corporate. Atari was very corporate, but I think a lot of classic and retro gamers will get my drift here. The Dreamcast, you know, kind of on a teeter-totter, it was right in the middle. You had the classic gaming kind of on one side of the teeter-totter, and you had kind of the current and new generation of gaming on the other side, and the Dreamcast was just holding steady right in the middle. It was kind of the bridge between the two. Maybe I just had to touch the damn start button. Sorry, guys. I know I'm rambling on here, but I just rediscovered today when we were doing taping our podcast how great this system was, and I was so excited. I said, as soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm hooking this thing up. So here's proof that it's hooked up. We got the little orange light going. What a thing of beauty that thing is. And here we go. Now, this thing is such a great puzzle game. It was free to begin with. I mean, well, you had to buy the magazine, but I mean, who didn't love the official Sega Dreamcast magazine? That was one of the last great gaming magazines of all time. But anyway, here it is. So you got this cool little snake who's kind of eggs you on and kind of helps you, you know, give you that seal of approval if you do things right, or he kind of looks at you like a dumbass if you do something stupid. So here's the intro screen. We got level challenge, versus challenge, how to play, top scores, which I said Trish and my scores are still on here. Our credit sound, split screen challenge, single game challenge, and email challenge. Remember, this thing was online, so you could actually email after every move, which was kind of weird. But we'll go over here to level challenge, and let's go ahead and, oops, let's see here. Let's go ahead and start a timed game. So this is one of the first games that I remember where it was kind of a matching game. I just don't remember too many before this, although I'm sure there probably were some. But this is a game here where all you're trying to simply do is clear this of all these colored swirls. And so the goal here is to match up. You see if they're the light color and they're touching each other, they're going to all blink. And if you take these away, hold on a minute. You're going to see them kind of explode out of the way. Now, the playfield has changed. We got these green ones and we got these blue ones. Now you can see we got a lot of purple ones on here, a lot of green ones. Now there's goals. There's about 5 different goals that you need to basically accomplish if you're going to move on to the next level. And I'll kind of show you that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and kind of start clearing this thing away. So what I'm going to try to do here is kind of gang up on these blue ones and try to get as many blue ones touching as I can. So you can see that the playfield, of course, keeps changing. Let's go ahead and get these green ones out of here. So he's got some great music. Now see the snake, he's like, I don't know if that was a good move or not. I kind of don't think it was, you dumbass. So like I said, the snake's expressions are just classic. So here we are. We're going to just kind of keep building on these blue ones here. Uh-oh, I took them by mistake. Son of a bitch. Playing this one-handed. So anyway, let's just keep playing now. The pressure's kind of off since I've screwed up. Let's go down here. Let's take out these green guys. Maybe we'll try to put these purple ones all together here. Get rid of these green guys here. Let's get rid of these guys down here. We got these purple. We can get rid of this guy up here. So you're just trying to work the screen down. Get rid of these guys here. Now, let's see here. We get rid of these guys up here. Let's get rid of these guys. Now I get rid of these guys. So you can see I'm getting, let's get rid of all of these blue guys here. All right, so let's go down here. Let's get rid of this guy here. Oh shit, I don't really want to do that. Let's get rid of these guys here. Oh, see, so I ran out of time, so obviously I didn't get it. I'm getting razzed by the snake. I tell you what. So anyway, you can see that over here I only got 5 of my 6 goals. So one of the goals was finishing in time, which I didn't do. So basically, it's over. So there's your goals. Your score, you know, you had to get at least 1,000 points, 5 or more combo, that many singles, total moves. You had to, you know, be less than 100 total moves. I was only at 18 moves. So you can very easily, when you're playing it like two-handed and not filming it, you can get through like the first 5 or 6 levels. Then it starts getting pretty difficult. But guys, Sega Swirl was such a great game. You can see some of our scores there, Tree or Mike or MBK, that's me and my wife. These scores go back to like 2003, which is just great. But anyway, Sega Swirl ended up ultimately getting voted out of our top 10, which I was pretty disappointed. I think it deserved to be in there. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of some of the other games that I have left. Now, like I said, I totally couldn't remember what games I even had. So let's take a look. Deep Fighter, Tomb Raider, Last Revelation, Shenmue, of course, Silent Scope, which was a great arcade port on here. Draconis, Cult of the Worm, guys, great kind of first-person dungeon crawler kind of RPG. Wonderful, wonderful game. Pretty underrated, I think. Of course, Ferrari F355 Challenge, epic game there. Soul Calibur, Sega Rally, Ready to Rumble. This game, guys, I remember when I first saw it, this is what really sold me on the Dreamcast. I saw the facial expressions of the boxers, like in the intro screens and stuff, and it just blew me away. You knew you were playing something new, something next generation. Mars Matrix, kind of a later release, great shooter, somewhat hard to find. I think this game was only like 20 bucks when it was new, but it's pretty hard to find now. Space Channel 5, just total Sega cheese on this game, but a wonderful freaking game. And Monaco Grand Prix, I'm not a big simulation racer, I like arcade racers, but this one is pretty damn good. What else here? I've got Seaman with the microphone. This game is just bizarre as all get out. You have to get it and try it. It's freaky. It is totally freaky. Daytona USA and Skies of Arcadia, which actually I think made number 3 on our list. Wonderful, wonderful game. Probably my favorite RPG on the system. One of my favorite RPGs of all time. One of the last RPGs that I really played and got excited about. There was just something about the whole swashbuckling, buccaneering, you know, airships, big old ships that flew and sailed through the air. Just epic, epic, huge, sprawling RPG. Wonderful game. I actually, like I said, I got about half a game saved on my VMU. And I'm going to go back and try to finish this one up. I might start it from the beginning, though, just to kind of replay it and refresh my memory. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's my love for the Dreamcast. There's just so many more titles. I got very few. There's probably another 20 or 30 games that I want to get for this. Silver, which was another great epic RPG. Some of the most beautiful, lush RPG graphics that I recall. Just some great games on here. So anyway, guys, if you have your Dreamcast, show it some love. It deserves to sit up there right next to your current generation game systems. Show it some love. Get it up there. Plug it in. And just have some great Sega gameplay, man. There's so many great arcade ports on here. What else can I say about it? But anyway, that's my sad story of one of my favorite games, Sega Swirl, which got cut from the RetroGamingRoundup.com June 2012 top 10 list.